is going to affect how you grow and how you learn more than anything else that you do in college. The Abbey offers a really cool opportunity to grow in close community.
Community, I feel, is the one place where you have to apply what we learn here at the Abbey to real life. If you don't take what you learned here at the Abbey, you won't have the full experience.
When I think about the Abbey, I think of it as being about a third of the program. So there's the academic part of it, there's the hands-on learning part of it, and then there's the community part of it.
Dealing with how do you converse with people even though they're all from different backgrounds, and I mean that's just life lessons that you learn, and I think that's a big thing that people usually learn in college and in dormitories, but if you're able to learn that in a small community where there is so much grace and the ability to talk with each other and to really get deep with those people, I think that experience just blows everything else out of the water.
Every student that comes here will be put into a small group of the same gender, and they will have a resident director that's taking care of them and is in charge of drawing them out and developing them spiritually and in leadership capacity and personally throughout the entire year.
We really push students to go outside into the community in Canyon and to really just invest in the community members outside, especially at church or at other places.
The off-campus aspect of the community, I believe, is one of the most important aspects of this program.
So community here at the Abbey is something that's not just within the student body, but it's also within Canyon City, Colorado.
We require students to be involved in 3 hours of community off campus each week because we believe that one of the worst things that we could do is have students come here and just have a whole little bitty holy huddle of people that sit around and talk about things and never go out and apply them in the world. We force them to go out into the city of Canyon City to connect with people so that they can actually be applying the intellectual things that they're talking about in the classroom, so that it's not just in a vacuum of intellect, but it's a personal understanding of saying, hey, I have this person in the community who believes this, here's what they told me, what can I say to reach them? How do we talk to them about Jesus? How do we bring this up to them as being something that in truth, but also in grace, we want to reach out to these people around us. Houses are really similar to color teams at Worldview Academy summer camps, except they're 10 times bigger and better and more in depth.
The houses create a community outside the classroom where the students can bring out a little bit more of their competitive nature and grow in that.
One of the aspects of the houses that we have is the house chair position. And that position is really cool because it brings together one member from each house a week where they get to talk about devos, they get to talk about what they're doing with their houses. Some houses do house worship nights, they do house game nights, just different things that unify their own house. By having the house chair position, we're able to bring all the houses together with one member from the house and really talk about how's your house doing, how are devos going, and you get to learn from each house and kind of get feedback from the students and peers about what does this look like? What should we do for our house? That's a really neat aspect of the program. It's a lot of one-on-one stuff that we get to do with the students as resident directors that I don't think you get to see in a lot of other college programs.
The students really enjoy the houses because it creates an identity for each student. Each student is in a different house and it just creates a whole new community for them.
So students in our first year picked a house motto, a house Bible verse, and a house mascot, and those things are going to be the same from now until as long as this program lasts. Anybody that gets put in that house will have that motto, they'll have that Bible verse, and they'll have those things to rely upon that have been built by the previous generations of Abbey students. What we really challenge students on is, look, you are going to be here for 1 year, but that's never an excuse to not move towards someone in a relationship. There's always periods of transition, and during those periods of transition, you have the choice to say, I'm going to engage with the people around me and we're going to walk together towards a better understanding of Christ, or I'm going to withdraw to myself and I'm just going to get through this. And our mantra here is that you don't have the option. You don't have the option of being on your own because we're called to be together in community. We're called to be the body of Christ.